Hello my friends and happy Friday. Decided to start the weekend vlog today because, I don't know, it's my weekend. I will be spending the entire day in the kitchen. Tomorrow is the pop-up farmers market over at Tractor Supply. So I have a lot of prep to do. I've been prepping all week. I made 2 batches of vanilla maple peach jam. It's delicious. I made several batches of tomato salsa. I made 1 batch so far of peach salsa. I wanted to make another one yesterday but did not have any more red onions, so I am definitely going to, I think, make 1 more batch of that today, and I'm going to make some regular peach preserves. I just got done doing plasma. Did I really want to go? No, because I really just wanted to stay home and concentrate on baking and cooking, but it's hard to let $100 go for less than an hour, and it was about an hour today, an hour's worth of work. So yeah. And on the way home from there, actually, I stopped at Walmart to pick up some more half-pint jars because I decided to do my salsa in half-pint jars. I just think people, if they see a whole pint, and I have to charge, of course, more for that, they may be hesitant because, well, what if I don't like it? I have a whole pint. I spent more money. So I decided right now to do them all in half pints until I can establish a base. So I had to pick up more half-pint jars. And I also had to get a red onion because I was out of red onion. So I'm heading home now. Before I left for plasma, I got up early this morning and made I don't know, what's 6 times? Septuple? I 6 timesed my sourdough English muffins. I super fed it yesterday. Like, I had to separate it out of my jar into another bowl because I knew it was just going to be so much, and I probably should have even fed it more, or done it the day before and divided it and fed it more, because like I'm down to like this much after all those English muffins. My English muffin recipe, a lot of like English muffin sourdough recipes only takes like a half a cup or a quarter cup. Mine takes a full cup, so I had to use, I did it 4 times, so I had to do 8 cups, and I just barely had enough. So I definitely need to feed it again and get it growing again. And maybe think about having 2 jars for future markets, because they are a big seller. What else? So I got that done this morning. Last night I recipe tested a peach cake. Followed the instructions perfectly. It said to make it in a 9-inch. It's kind of like a coffee cake. It's like not a layer cake or anything, and you're supposed to make it in a 9-inch pan. Well, it overflowed in the oven. So the person that gave me the recipe said they use a springform pan. And I thought about doing that, but I said, no, let me follow the recipe exactly first. Because if it can be done in a 9-inch pan, that would be ideal because I have 6 of them. So I'd be able to make multiple at a time. I only have 1 9-inch springform pan. Well, it did bake over. And I'm thinking, should I just reduce the amount of batter? I don't know. If I have time, I'm going to try it again today because I would really love to offer those, because let me tell you, it was stinking delicious. It was really, really good. I need to get it out of my house because that's when you start the picking. So I want to, if I have time today, I'm going to mess with that. But I definitely need to get sandwich bread made. I want to take between 10 and 12 loaves of sandwich bread with me. And I can generally handle 4 loaves at a time. My oven can handle 4 loaves, so I have to time it perfectly so it doesn't overproof or anything, which I pretty much have down to a science. So yeah, that's my day today. It's going to be busy, but it's doing what I love. Doug is off today, so he is helping me. He's actually home cooking the sourdough English muffins right now, since they were ready to go. And they're not hard to cook. They just take time. I have 3 cast irons going at one time. I can fit 1 in my little 8-inch, sometimes 2 depending. I can fit 3 in my 10-inch and 4 in my 12-inch. So I can do between 8 and 9, is that right? 4, 6, yeah, 8 and 9 at a time. And they're just, I like to cook them nice and slow so the inside gets done and isn't gummy, but I don't like the outside really dark because you toast them anyway, so, but he's got that down pretty well. So yeah, now I'm just heading home. I had a Larabar for breakfast because I did not have time to eat before. Plus, it was too early for me to eat before I went and did plasma. But I like to have something in my stomach. So I just ate a Larabar on my way there. So I should be good for a while. It's the banana bread one. They're so good. Oh, that's something else I want to make today. I want to make some mini loaves of banana bread. I had someone request banana chocolate chip bread. So I'm going to make mini loaves of that. I'd like to do something else with peaches since, you know, I have 75 pounds. Like a peach muffin maybe or something. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So it is what it is. You know, I'm so new at this. It's so hard to know how much to make. I don't mind making the canning stuff. Like, I don't mind making a lot of the peach salsa or a lot of the peach preserves because if it doesn't sell, we use it. And I give it as gifts. So I don't mind having that because it's shelf stable. But I don't want to make 12 loaves of sandwich bread and not be able to sell them because that, I only have limited freezer space and I don't want it in the freezer that long. You know, I mean, I can give it away at church over the weekend, but, you know, I'd really like to make my money back on it. So, I mean, luckily, sandwich bread costs me pennies to make. But we'll see. So, that is what is going on in my life. What else is going on? We got Adam all moved in. I did vlog that whole day, and I intended to do a 2-day vlog, but I just could not vlog Wednesday and Thursday. If you saw my weigh-in on Wednesday, you know we had air conditioner issues. So when we got home Tuesday night from taking Adam, as soon as I walked in the door, I knew something was wrong because it was very warm in the house. So I looked at the thermostat and the air conditioner was running. It was just like 80-something degrees in my house. So I texted our best friends. He does HVAC. He does commercial, but he knows residential. And she said, you know, Jeff will come over tomorrow after work. I said, great, thank you. So Wednesday was brutal in the house. It was consistent, like 88 degrees all day Wednesday. Plus I was doing some canning and stuff. So that made it worse, but I didn't have a choice. I had to. But first world problems, you just deal with it. And then Jeff came over while I was out Wednesday. I went to give plasma Wednesday night. So Jeff came over, talked to Doug, looked at things, and said it's one of 2 things. It's either your capacitor, and that's an easy fix, or it's your compressor, and that means a whole new unit. So, yeah. I was worried. I was praying hard. So Jeff ordered a capacitor and a new connector also. And then came over on Thursday. Oh, so Thursday I was canning and everything also. And it was 89 degrees outside. And at one point it was 90 in my house. So it was super warm. I had fans and everything going, but, you know, you just deal. Jeff came over, took it apart, put a new capacitor in, and thank God that is what it was. So the part was $25. And of course, Jeff's like, you know, I'm like, how much, you know, do I owe you for your labor? He's like, I don't want anything. I'm not that person. I will, when I take the money over for the part, there will be more in the envelope for Jeff because he, went out of his way to help us, and we appreciate it. And, I know he says, well, that's what best friends do. And I get that, but still, it was, we're going out to dinner with them Saturday night, and I thought about just buying their dinner, but I'd rather give Jeff the cash and let him do with it what he wants, because we are so appreciative. So our air conditioner's fixed. It took a while to come down last night because I was cooking and baking and everything, but it's wonderful. So I cranked it really down today to get the house nice and cool before we started cooking this morning. So that's that saga. I started telling you I was filming, but with the heat and everything, I'm just like, I am not filming. So I do have clips of Adam moving in, so I'm going to include them right after this clip. I'll just show you, I vlogged the whole day, but I'll just show you his room and his cottage, and they call it the cottages. It's a big house that holds like 15 to 20 guys. It was so nice moving in because Adam was the only one moving in Tuesday because of cross country. He's living with a lot of track guys, but they don't do cross country, so they didn't move in early. We had the whole place to ourselves, so we were able to spread everything out in the hallway and in the living room and in the kitchen and really organize. And also, because it was not organized, because he had to move 3 times over the summer, things were a hot mess, but it went really well. We got it done really quickly. Bella moved in too, so Adam got to see Bella. He hasn't seen her in several weeks. And then we all went out to dinner, so that was super, super nice. We went to a nicer place than we generally go but that's where Adam wanted to go, so it was fine. It was delicious. And they give a nice 15% mount discount. So I will put those clips in right here. I will stop talking for now because I have talked way too much. And you've probably already forwarded through this because you don't really feel like listening to what I have to say. So that's okay too. But I will just show you a couple snippets of what I'm making this afternoon and all that good stuff. So I'll catch up with you when I get home. So this is Adam's home for the next 10 months. He will be on the 2nd floor. Let me show you. There's a 1-floor cottage there and a 1-floor cottage there. He is on the double building. So we are going to get moving. Okay, so coming up the steps, you come right into their common area. Their dining area. And their kitchen. Where's the kitchen light, Adam? They've got a refrigerator, lots of cabinets, 2 stoves, 2 sinks. It's pretty much identical on both sides. Nice big work island. This is probably the cleanest we're ever going to see it. Probably. There's bedrooms down there, bedrooms down there. There's actually 2 bedrooms out here. I don't think I'd want that bedroom, to be honest with you.
Thomas and Miles.
So there it is, Adam's home. Let's get started on his room. So here is his room. He's got a desk, open closet, his bed. We can move that up, down, dresser. There's a lot of room in here. So we might end up getting him some furniture. We'll have to wait and see. But it is very spacious, especially since it's only for 1 person. It's times like this that I chose to get healthy. Because I can go up and down these steps a bazillion times and not even think twice about it. 65 pounds ago, not sure I could have done it. Okay, so Mama's been setting up the kitchen, and these guys have been working on hanging all the stuff on the walls. And then once they're done that, I'll come in and help Adam arrange everything where he wants it. He's got a nice big closet, so that's good. We have to figure out how to adjust the bed and the desk. If he wants it up higher. I think he wants it up one more thing so we can utilize the space under here. But this room is absolutely huge. He could fit a futon in here if he wanted to. So we are making really, really good time, I think. Okay, I think we were pretty darn quick. Making it feel like home. These rooms are so spacious. You like your spacious, Adam?
I do. It feels so good.
It does feel so good. So I think we got it put together pretty well. Oh, my cleaning rag's still on there. He's got all this room. We said, how cool would it be to get like a small futon or a couple chairs for when he has guests over. So there is his bedroom. So he is all moved in. The boys just took the van with a coffee table in it and are looking for a dumpster to dump it in. It's the coffee table that Andrew used for 2 years in an apartment and Adam used last year, but we don't need it. So they're hoping to find a dumpster on campus where we can get rid of it. We tried to pawn it off on a junior or a sophomore last year. Like, you need this in your apartment, guys, but nobody took it.
There may be somebody who wants it this year, but there's nobody else here right now, so. Oh well.
Yeah, so they're just going to dump it in the dumpster. And Doug and I are walking because it takes up the whole back of the van. So there's only 2 seats in the van right now. So we are walking over to where the dumpster is, over to the physical plant. Adam has to pick up packages anyway. So we'll just meet him over there and we'll get some steps in.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that your baby's a senior?
Old.
I know. It is so nice though. His room is really, really nice. So he's excited for sure.
Yeah.
We're excited for him.
It'll be a good year.
We give them roots so they grow wings. I say it all the time, but we still miss them.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is why they call it Mary's Mountain. There is Mother Mary overlooking the campus high up top. You can see the whole campus from there. I love that our Lord's Mother is watching over them. Okay, we are in full swing here. So I have 2 trays of granola made. The other one's in the kitchen. I made cherry almond granola. And I've got tons of English muffins made. They're gonna get boxed up now. We have a few more to cook. And this is loaves number 3 and 4 of sandwich bread. That's waiting to go in the oven any minute now. And let me show you the rest. This is all hot salsa, all the milds downstairs. Then I've got peach salsa here. I've got vanilla maple peach jam. And these are my personal green beans. Doug picked a whole bunch of green beans, so late the other night I canned them up and got those out of the way. And then we've got a table full of peaches to use because they are getting ripe. A couple of them have spots on them that need to come off. So we are doing really, really well as far as getting ready. I think we're doing very well. Oh, you want to see the chickens? So you can tell right away which 2 are roosters. That one and that one. I am not a happy camper about that. Huge shout out to this guy. His day off, and he has been helping me like a madman. So he just doesn't want me to be up until midnight tonight, I think.
You're right.
So
you're exactly right.
Yeah, I know him. Always thinking about me, not thinking about himself. And what? What were you going to say?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a comment. But always thinking about me, so that's a good guy right there. So he is going to work on some peaches. I think peach jam is up next. Good morning, my friends. Never picked up the camera again yesterday. Oh my gosh, we were so busy. Doug and I were like machines. Thank God for my husband. He was such a big help to me, which doesn't surprise me because it's how he is. But we were just machines. We were working and working and working and working. And I just never picked up the camera. But I will definitely pick up the camera today while we're at the market. It is 5 a.m. now. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I went to bed and could not fall asleep and just laid there and laid there and laid there. So I did not get a lot of sleep last night. But I'm up to do a couple things. We just went, I had one more cake to bake, one more peach cake, and I just was not staying up the extra hour that it took. So I got up early to put that in, and I think I'm going to make some blueberry muffins also to add to my stash. There is stuff everywhere, so I just need to organize it a little bit and things like that. We want to leave here about 8:45. We are allowed to set up at 8 a.m. and the market starts at 9. I have no idea how I'm going to do. I have no idea. I could be coming home with all this stuff, which would make me very sad. And I think if I did that, I would put up a pop-up in my front yard. Yeah. I don't mind coming home with all the canned, like, you know, the canned salsas and stuff like that. That's shelf stable stuff we will eat. So I don't mind that. And even some of the peach stuff, because I think I'm going to do a peach pop-up next week. That's another story for another day. So anyway, just wanted to say good morning, and I am going to get moving here. We are packed up and on the road, but 25 minutes later than I want it to be. I've learned something though. If I think something's going to take an hour, I'm going to allow myself 2 hours. If I think something's going to take 2 hours, I'm going to allow myself 4 hours. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But that's okay. We got this. We got this. It's about, what, a 15-minute drive? Yeah. So we'll just get there, get set up as fast as I can, and just worried about, like, getting everything in my spot, and then I'll worry about arranging as time goes on. So, but yes, I definitely have learned that I need to allow myself a little bit more time. And usually, I'm the one that allows extra time. There's people in my house who don't allow extra time for anything.
What do you mean?
And I'm usually the one who does. And I don't know. I don't know. Time, you okay?
Yeah.
Time just flew. But like the van is completely filled. So I just hope I sell something. Oh my gosh. What if like I don't sell a thing? That is my biggest fear. It is. I just hope I sell something. I don't know. I really just hope I sell out and can go home early because I'm tired. Because this thing's till 5 o'clock. Like, that's crazy. Farmers markets are usually like 8 to noon, 9 to 1. 5 o'clock is way too late. But I will say, Tractor Supply gave all their vendors a very special coupon. $25 off a $50 purchase. Yeah, I'm all over that. I think we'll get a couple flock blocks. Yeah, get a couple flock blocks to kind of put in the shed to have, because we like to give those to the girls when they get bored. So that's the plan. Get a couple flock blocks. I don't know if we need anything else. We don't get our food there. So
You get shavings.
we need shavings. So yes, it will not be a problem to spend $50 to get $25 off. So I thought that was really nice of them. But anyway, I will probably not show you setting up because it's gonna be cray-cray. But I will definitely show you the market. Okay, we are here and set up. Not too bad. There's a lot of vendors. It's hard to see through the cars, but there's a decent amount of vendors here, and I think they said they're still expecting some more. So, yep, I see more people pulling in right now. So we will see how it goes. Okay, something's going on. We're not sure what, but there is an alarm going off at Tractor Supply. Hope there's not something wrong. My brother's in the store. Sounds like a fire alarm. Oh my goodness, what a day. It has been very, very successful. I have sold out of several things. So that is wonderful. And yeah, it was quite profitable. We're still here. I'm not sure how much longer we'll stay, but just a great community day. Like, really a lot of fun. Just talking to people and talking to other vendors. My brother came. I'll put a couple pictures in after this clip, but my brother came to support, and he ended up staying for like, what was Joey here, like 5 hours? And then my sister and her husband came, so we were all hanging out, like a little mini family reunion. Just a lot of fun. Really, really a great day. So we're enjoying it a lot. Doug never left. He was supposed to go home and work on the Coop, and he never left because he was talking to my brother and my sister and all. So made a lot of great connections and just really a good day. So I'm very thankful to Tractor Supply for doing this. I hope they do it again. Whew, I am a little bit windblown. We are home, and boy, do I have a mess to clean up in here. Total mess. What a great day, though. It really was. I did very, very well. I sold out of several things. I know what now. I did not do great with sandwich bread this time. Last time when I had my pop-up in my front yard, I did great with sandwich bread. So yeah, you just never know, but that's okay. When we were packing up, there was a produce vendor right across from us, and her and I got talking, and they have vendor events down at their brick and mortar produce stand, and we were talking, and she would love to have me, and she would love to buy some of my jellies, like for the stand and stuff. So made some really good contacts in addition to doing really well financially. So it was good. It was a good day. But I had, like I said, I had bread left, so I gave her and her worker each a loaf of bread. And tonight we're going out to dinner with our besties. So I will take them a loaf of bread or two, because they've got a lot of people living with them right now. Her son and his wife and their baby are living with them while they're waiting for their house to get renovated. So I think I'll give her 2 loaves of bread. But anyway, it was a good day. Now we are going to get cleaned up. I also want to inventory. I had an inventory list before I went. I know I sold out of sourdough English muffins. I sold out of maple vanilla peach jam. I almost sold out of bruschetta in a jar. Sold out of a couple things. So anyway, did good, had fun. I'll show you our dinner. So after dinner with the besties, we came to our favorite ice cream place, Lotteria. It is all small batch, homemade, real cream from grass-fed cows and delicious. Doug got, what did you get?
Double chocolate peanut butter Oreo.
Double chocolate peanut butter Oreo. I got a mini cone of carrot cake. Oh, let's see what the besties got.
Tall man in a study.
Oh, that was one of the cocktail flavors.
Yes, I almost got that.
What did you get?
I got the peanut butter finger. What the hell did I get?
Peanut butter finger pie. Butterfinger pie. Yes, which has like everything but the kitchen sink in it.
Yeah, baby. Look at that.
My carrot cake is delicious, I will say.
This is very good. You would hate it.
Why?
Oh, is it coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, no. Nope. Hello, my friends, and good Sunday morning. Didn't pick up the camera last night when we got home. Had such a wonderful, wonderful time with our besties. We went to a restaurant called The Farm and the Fisherman. You saw what I had for dinner. It was so good. What I really liked about the restaurant is everything was seasonal, which was very nice. Everything, you know, Jersey produce, locally sourced and everything. And the portions were normal size portions. I should have taken a picture of everybody else's meals. Doug also had a burger. He had a different burger than I did. I had the industrial burger. I think it had like caramelized onions on it and a small piece of cheese. Fontina, was it Fontina on mine? I don't remember. But anyway, it was absolutely delicious, and it was just a normal sized burger. That's what I loved about it. It was not this colossal big as my head burger, and I had the side salad with it instead of French fries. And like Krista got a veggie lasagna, like an eggplant lasagna, and it was a normal size. Like that's it. I will definitely be going back to this restaurant because like that's what I liked about it. And then of course we went out. Nothing on the dessert menu was like kicking our fancy, so we went to our favorite homemade ice cream place, and I got a mini cone. It's about probably 2 to 3 tablespoons of ice cream on there, I guess. And it was carrot cake ice cream, totally satisfying. That's all I needed. Then we came home and pretty much crashed. We were exhausted. So it was all good. Just got out of church. Now I am stopping by. You've seen my friend Marlene on my videos. She's the one that coordinates with the homeless shelter. We are stopping by her house to drop off some shoes for her to take to the shelter. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go home and have breakfast because we're hungry. So, Mr. Doug, what are your plans for the day?
Coop time. Well, actually, yeah, I have to work on the coop, and I have to mow the lawn. So I don't know.
What do you want to do more?
I should really start on the coop because I need to build it and I need to paint it.
Yep. That sounds like a plan. And what I'm going to do today...
The lawn can always wait till tomorrow.
And maybe Andrew will mow the lawn for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my house. It has not been like really good clean. It's been picked up and stuff, but it hasn't been really good clean for probably a couple weeks. Like, I've been cleaning a little bit, but I just want to, I want the whole house clean at one time. I've got laundry piled to the ceiling. It has just been such a busy couple of weeks. I just need to catch up. It's supposed to be a day of rest, but we're off tomorrow. So that's going to be our day of rest, right?
Right.
Well,
Maybe.
Not really rest. I mean, stuff we enjoy doing. We'll probably work on the coop tomorrow. We are kind of under the gun to get this done. We need to get the babies out of the house. I need to find homes for 2 roosters, or maybe only 1 rooster. And we need to get them out of the house, but we can't get them out into the grow out coop until we move the teenagers into the big girl coop. So until we get that fixed and or expand it, we can't do that. So we're a little bit under the gun here.
A little bit.
And we'd truly like to get it all done before Doug goes back to school on September 5th. So, yeah, we'll get it done. We will. But we only have until about 5 o'clock. Well, we're playing Pinochle at 5. So we need to, like, stop by 4:30 so we can get cleaned up and go. And I need to make a dessert. So, got to work on that today, too. Okay, got the laundry started, the bed stripped. Took a minute to stop and make breakfast. I have here an omelet, and inside is 1 slice of Canadian bacon chopped up, and a 1/4 ounce of raw milk cheddar cheese, and some of the fried peppers and onions that I always make and keep in the fridge. I have an English muffin that got a little too toasty with a 1/4 teaspoon of butter on it and 3 strips of bacon. So that is going to be my breakfast that will hold me all day. Okay, I need to take a break in my cleaning because I need to make dessert for tonight. So I thought I would share that with you. It's not calorie or WW friendly. I probably won't even have any because I know what it tastes like. I had it. Just depends on what I eat the rest of the day and what I eat tonight. If I do have any tonight at Pinochle, it'll be the tiniest little sliver. This says it makes 8 pieces at 338 calories a slice. 8 pieces is very generous. So you could probably cut it smaller and definitely reduce those calories. But depending on what else happens today, I may or may not have a piece tonight. Probably not. We'll see. I don't know. So I thought I would show you how to make it just because it is peach season and not everything we make has to be WW friendly, especially if you're taking it to someone or taking it to an affair or something like that. When I take things places, to church, to potlucks, whatever, I don't like to make them WW friendly per se because I don't like to use, back when I used the artificial sweeteners, the monk fruit and stuff, I still wouldn't use that when I took things places because I don't know what other people like or what other people want. And artificial sweeteners are a huge thing that people either love them or they don't love them. So I would always make a regular dessert to take and share. So that's why I figure I would show you just this regular dessert I'm making because sometimes we make things regular. I do have a substitution. I am out of sour cream and I have a whole tub of homemade yogurt here. It is whole milk yogurt. So I am going to substitute that for the sour cream. I think it will be fine. So let's get making this peach cake. I made a bunch of these and sold them at my market yesterday and they were quite popular. So, oh, and another substitution I'm doing is the original recipe calls for a 9-inch cake pan, which would be perfect because I have so many of those and I could batch bake. I tried my trial one in that and it was a disaster. I don't know if my cake pans are just not very tall because these were my mother's cake pans, but it did bubble over. So I took the advice of a friend who has made this cake before and she said use a spring form. So that is what I am going to do. I'm going to grease and flour this spring form, or probably just grease it. I'm not going to flour it. With solid palm fruit shortening. And the oven is on to 350. So let's just get making this. It is a super simple cake to make. And when I tell you it's delicious, oh yeah, it's delicious. So let's get going. So in my mixer, I have 170 grams or 3/4 cup of butter. The recipe does call for unsalted butter, but I only have salted. So I cut the amount of salt in the recipe. So what we need to do first is we need to beat this butter until it's creamy. The next thing we're going to do is add 1 cup or 200 grams of sugar. And we are going to beat that until it's light and fluffy, about 3 minutes. Set your timer for 3 minutes because it really does make a difference. Like I used to just do it like, you know, quickly. Like, oh yeah, that's been 3 minutes. It looks light and fluffy. But when I set the timer and really let it go, it was a game changer. So I'm going to set the timer and let this go for 3 minutes. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scrape down the sides. Just kind of put everything into the middle. And we're going to add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition and scraping down if necessary. Then we're going to add in the sour cream, which in my case is yogurt, and vanilla. Okay, it's looking good. So we are just going to add in our sour cream / yogurt and vanilla. So it's a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I will link this recipe down in the description box below. And a tablespoon of vanilla. And then we're going to mix that well. And then we are going to add in our dry ingredients. So in this bowl, I have 180 grams or 1½ cups of flour. I have 1½ teaspoons of baking powder And it calls for a half a teaspoon of salt, but I just put in 1/8 of a teaspoon because, like I said, I use salted butter. So we're going to mix that and then mix this in just until combined. Just going to give a little scrape. And send it around 1 or 2 more times. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is fold in our peaches. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, I have 2 cups of peaches. You can slice them, you can chop them, you can dice them. I just kind of did a sort of a slice, half slice thing. And we're going to put about 3/4 of those into the mixture and fold those in to the cake batter. And then the other, we're just going to arrange on the top of the cake. Just make sure they're really well combined in there. Then we're going to take our prepared pan and put our batter in. By using a springform pan, it also comes out of the pan really, really nicely. So I definitely think if you have a springform pan, that is the way to go. Now, if you wanted to make this a little more WW or diet friendly, you could probably use a light butter or part butter and part applesauce. And you could use some sort of artificial sweetener instead of real sugar. That would definitely reduce your points and your calories. Now, I found that when I bake with large amounts of monk fruit, back when I used to use it, I had stopped using monk fruit, gosh, I don't know, 9 or 10 months ago. Whenever that study came out that was linking erythritol, monk fruit type things with heart problems, is when I decided to stop using it. I talked to my cardiologist and they agreed. So I kind of just use regular sugar now. But anyway, that's why another reason I make it with regular sugar. So I found that when I cook with large amounts of it, like a whole cup, my baked goods took on like a white color on the top after like a few hours. And I also found they sunk a little bit in the middle. So just note that in case that is the direction that you want to go with that. But you could definitely do that. Okay. That looks like it's pretty even in the pan. Sometimes I like to give a little just to make sure. Sorry about your ears. And then I'm going to take our pieces here. These are not the prettiest pieces. I should have saved the nicer pieces for the top, but that's okay. This is just to take to Pinnacle tonight. So my brother and sister-in-law won't mind if it's not the most beautiful. I'm just going to arrange those all over in no particular pattern. Now, if you made beautiful slices and really wanted this to be a nice presentation, which I probably should have for you guys, you can make really nice thin slices and like arrange them across the top. That would be so beautiful. Now, I wish I had done it. Oh, well, what do they say? Hindsight's 20/20. But for now, this is going to work. And then also optional is you can take another little bit of sugar and sprinkle it over the top. And that just gives it a little bit of crunch, a little bit of sweetness. So that's probably just about a teaspoon and a half. Right over the top. And then we are gonna pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. You know, your ovens vary. And then you're gonna wanna let it sit for at least 30 minutes before you eat it. So we're gonna get this in the oven and get back to our cleaning. So while I am in the house cleaning, Doug is out here working on the extension to the chicken run. And we got some chickens walking around the yard. Everybody else went in and went back in the shade. It's actually beautiful here today, but sometimes these girls do not like the sun. What do you say, Mabel? Oh, Mabel wants pets. You want some pets? No? Yes, you want pets. Mabel wants some pets. Hi, Mabel. We got Mabel and we've got Laura. Of course, they're the two that are out here. And so Doug is building the frames. We're gonna make it just an extension of this, pretty much building it the same way, correct?
Yes.
And you're building the frames down and then putting them up because it's easier?
Yes.
Is that what we did with that one? I don't remember.
I don't remember. Actually, I'm gonna paint this before I put it up.
Yes, we're gonna paint it before we put it up because that's much easier. Yeah, all the other girls are in dust bathing and the teenagers are, some of them are in, some of them are out, it looks like.
They ventured out, then they go back in.
Yeah. There's, we think, one rooster in this group, but these guys I just love. Look at the mohawks on the cream leg bars. Are they not the funniest things? It's hard to see because of the glare, but they are the funniest things, and these guys are getting so big. So big. But I just love their mohawks. And the Easter egger in his puffy cheeks. What are you looking at, ladies? And one gentleman. So I wish I was out here helping this guy build instead of being in the house cleaning, because it's definitely more fun to be out here. Oh, let me give you a quick garden update. So as weedy as this looks, this is our potatoes. There are some weeds in there, but the potatoes are super duper dying back very quickly. See these? This is what you want. That means they are ready to harvest. So I'm guessing in the next day or two, we are going to start harvesting the potatoes. At least this row, because that row's really died back. This row, not so much yet. And our butternut squash are coming out of the garden. But we have a ton of butternut squash. This is the first year we've ever grown them, so we're not quite sure when to pick them. So we have to look that up. We've got a bunch of eggplant there. Lots of peppers that need to be picked. The zucchini and the cucumbers are done, so they are pulled out of the garden. But our tomatoes are still going strong. We've got a lot of tomatoes. Still picking on the green beans. And still have a lot of herbs going. So very happy. Oh, our onions too. Onions are almost ready to come out. So looking good. And there she is out of the oven. Isn't that beautiful? I already took the ring off so I could show you. So there it is. Simple and absolutely delicious. Like I said, I will link the recipe down in the description box below. Well, now it's Monday. Never closed out the weekend vlog last night. You saw we were busy doing stuff around the house. Then we went to my brother's for pinochle. Never picked up the camera there. Had a great time. Doug and I were partners. We actually beat them 3 out of 4 games. That does not happen. When I say my brother and sister-in-law are so good at pinochle, I mean it. They are just so good. And I know a lot of it's luck with the cards you get and things like that, but they have mad skills. Doug and I don't.
And we beat them.
I know, that's what I just said. We had one hand. I ended up having, if you know pinochle, I had a run, 100 aces, and double pinochle. So that was like, what?
50-some points.
50-some points. And, I mean, I had a couple losers in there, but it was an 81-point hand. That I wish I had taken a picture of it and I forgot. But anyway, We had a really good time. My brother made linguine and clams in the Instant Pot. He is like, loves his Instant Pot. He makes everything in it. And he got the recipe from Pressure Luck. That's a big canning site. Not a canning site, a big pressure cooker site. And it was really, really good. I have to put that in my repertoire. But it was delicious. And I did fine. Made that and a salad and bread. And then I made the peach cake for dessert, and I did end up having a little piece of peach cake. I picked a very small piece. But we had a really good time. Andrew and Ann they went out to dinner at our favorite Asian restaurant, and then they came over right when we were eating dessert. They were too full to eat dessert, but they just hung out and talked to us for a little while and all that. And that was about it. So it was a good weekend. I figure might as well add one more day to this vlog because it's actually still a weekend for Doug and I. We are both off today. Doug is working on the Coop, the run.
Doug is finishing the run today.
What am I doing? Still not done cleaning my house. So I'm going to finish up that. And I still have, I'm not sure if you can see, some peaches that need to get processed today. I sold out of my vanilla peach maple jam. So I think I'm going to use these to make another batch of that. Because I think I'm doing a little pop-up Thursday night. Just a very small one. A neighboring town is having a little peach thing. Some of the small businesses, and my friend invited me to set up at her small business, so I think I might just do that and just do like jams and peach jams and jellies. What else? And I'm gonna need to pick more peaches because I used all 75 pounds and I don't have enough to can up, and I just want to can up peach slices because we use them all winter. So I gotta go pick more peaches. Yeah, but anyway. So that's that. I will bring you along. I have sausage thawing. I'm going to make sausage gravy and biscuits for everybody for breakfast. I will probably have just a little bit of sausage gravy over scrambled eggs. Maybe I'll make like one little tiny biscuit for myself. I don't know yet. We will see. Dinner tonight, we're going to have barbecue chicken and corn on the cob. Well, now I don't know about the corn on the cob because my sister-in-law posted a recipe on Facebook that looks so good. It was sauteed zucchini and corn. Oh my goodness, it looked so delicious. So I think I'm going to make that for dinner. And then we'll probably just have like tomatoes or, just kind of like a fresh garden dinner tonight. So anyway, I got to go because I got to get started on cleaning this house, and I will show you whatever I make or do today. Okay, still working on the run. He is really getting a lot done. We do have plans to also extend the Coop part where they spend the night. Just still working on finalizing those, but he'll have this run done today because he's really working hard on it. We'll see. And as much as I would like to be out there helping Doug, I am in here doing some more canning. I am making vanilla maple peach jam. I sold out of this at my market on Saturday. And I have another little thing I'm doing Thursday night, so I needed to make another batch. It's just 8 cups of mashed peaches, 2 vanilla beans with the inside scraped out and then the pod thrown in, 1.5 cups of pure maple syrup, the calcium water for the Pomona's pectin. This is a Pomona's pectin recipe, of course. And 2 tablespoons of Pomona's pectin. Just bring everything to a boil. Well, bring it all to a boil, then add the pectin and maple syrup mixture. Bring it back up to a boil. Can it up. Water bath for 10 minutes. So that is what I am working on. And still have a lot of peaches. So I really want to, I think I'm going to pivot, clean my house completely, then go back to canning. We will see. I'm trying a new recipe for dinner tonight, so I'm excited about that. But I'm going to go get this in the jars. Oh my goodness, we truly are going to have no backyard left. So I'm not sure how I can show you this. So the old Coop and Run, well, the original Coop stopped here, the original Coop and Run. Then we built the whole piece on the back. Then we built this whole piece on, and now it's extending all the way to there. So they are going to be in their glory and have a good time. So Doug has all the sides built. He has to rebuild this corner because some of the wood was a little bit rotten. And then he's got to just put the top on. So he's really, really doing well. So it is looking good. Feeling good? Yeah, especially since somebody contacted us. And has to rehome their chickens and asked if we would take them. They are 15 weeks old.
Sure.
We're discussing it. Okay, my friends, I think I am going to end this vlog halfway through the day on Monday because, well, I'm going to do nothing but clean my house and maybe can up some peaches. Doug is finishing working on the new Run and Coop. So not going to be a whole lot to see here. I do want to make that recipe for you. So I might do that and make it like in a totally separate video because it looks really good and super, super easy. I know the 1/4 cup of butter that's in it is going to freak a lot of people out. But it says it serves 4. So that's a tablespoon of butter per serving, which I don't think is all that bad when everything else in it's pretty much 0 points. Everything is 0 points. And I'm guessing we can reduce the butter to maybe 2 tablespoons instead of 4. I'm not sure. I've never made it before, but I'll definitely experiment with it. And I will try to film it and show it to you because it looks really good. And I know a lot of us have gardens and it's a great way to use up some of that garden fresh produce. So yeah, but I am going to cut this here just so I can get it edited and maybe I'll even get it uploaded today. But I just wanted to just share a little bit of our lives with you. Andrew and Ann had a very good time in Washington. Today they are over in Philadelphia at the Museum of Illusions. I think I showed that to you, gosh, a year or so ago, more than a year ago when we went. It's so much fun and so cool. It is a franchise. If you have one in your area, I highly recommend it. Lots of fun. They talked about going to the Phillies game tonight. I don't know. But I need to get dinner thawed because I haven't even done that yet. I haven't thawed out the chicken. And I was just out at the post office mailing out some packages. And I forgot to stop at the road stand and get corn. So now I have to go back out again. Maybe I'll text Andrew and see if he can pick it up on his way home for me. If they're coming home. I would think they would come home before the game tonight. Because I'm sure they want to put their jerseys on. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. So I am going to let you go. My jam, all sealed, came out beautiful. There was a tiny little bit left, so I have some in the fridge. It is delicious. I had a little taste of it. And yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully all these jars will sell on Thursday night. We will see about that. But like I said, I think that is it for me right now. So kind of a crazy video, a lot going on. But I will see you. If I don't see you tomorrow for anything, I will see you Wednesday for weigh-in and meeting. So have a great one, my friends. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Thank you for all your support. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that stuff that makes YouTube recognize my videos a little bit more and helps me out immensely. Have a great one.